Okay. Now, you said due to debt that countries are owing to the IMF, and that's the reason why they would always want to go with their policies. But if it's not gone to head, saying you have to do this else we'll have problems, then why still using the word you used, panda, to them?
You cannot create wealth, and you see somebody who gives you wealth. What do? If he tells you to kill 1 million of your people, you would do, because you don't have the IQ to create wealth, but that with your own hand. Before India became what they are today, they shut their doors against IMF. Because real development comes from within, not from without. For Nigeria to develop, it must come from within, not from outside. So IMF is anti-masses.
All right. When you talk about them being anti-masses, right, and that's why I asked in the beginning, are you satisfied this explanation of subsidy was only benefiting the rich, and that's why we advise that
I have proved it to you. When somebody is helping you to afford what you cannot afford, understand me? Subsidy means pay this, let me pay this one for you. That's what subsidy means. So if somebody that is doing that for you, hating you.
What you're saying is you disagree with the IMF that subsidy was only benefiting the rich and not the poor.
Subsidy is one of the things why people vote for government. In America, electricity are being subsidized for no income earners. In America, and the headquarters of IMF is in New York. The same America, they are subsidizing electricity for no income earners. But they will be telling countries in Africa, don't subsidize. That's hypocrisy. That is wickedness.
Would you say this is an intentional wickedness, or the IMF are doing what they think is best?
I say this is an organization that was set up to keep Africa in perpetual bondage. For IMF is working for the Western nations only. They are working for the Western nations only. When Obasanjo signed WTO, when he was the president, I was mad.
You were upset about that.
Why should you sign WTO? WTO simply means opening your borders for producing nations to be using you as a dumping ground for their products. You cannot grow when you sign that kind of agreement.
That's to say the borders are open and all sorts of products can be imported into the country.
That's what they are. That's why if you go to China to import, you will buy 1 container of product. China will send 10 containers of that same product to your country. Reduce prices, you cannot send your own.
In all of this, right, what would it take for Nigeria to actually become a producing nation instead of just consuming and importing?
1, create enabling environment. Give incentive to business owners. Stop insecurity. Simple.
This 3 is what Nigeria needs.
Simple.
And production will be so much
Give
more.
them energy. Reduce the cost of energy. It is not rocket science. But we have people who doesn't know what is happening. The people that they vote are people who are aliens to what they are suffering from.
So literally, we have a climate right now that is not just good for investment, from insecurity to the increase in the electricity tariff to the whole situation with the fuel subsidy and everything. It's not conducive for investment, and it's not conducive for production.
That's why foreign companies, multinationals are leaving Nigeria, because our environment divorces businesses. Our environment is a business murderer. How many businesses are surviving in Nigeria? If you see any company that is paying salaries as and when due, they are passing through hell to be doing that.
Okay. And that's why I just had to ask the question, what would it take for Nigeria to become a producing nation? Let's move on to the exchange rate. Why prices of goods will remain high despite naira appreciation? Now, that is one thing that many Nigerians have been talking about, saying, look, the naira has been fighting for its life against the dollar, and it's been trying, doing the best that it can. But unfortunately, the prices of goods, services, food, and every other thing, they're not going down the way they ought to. It's still just as is. In fact, it's the prices of food items, price of goods and services are even going higher rather than coming down. And as an economist, would like to know your disposition to that. Why is it? Just this past Thursday, that was about 2 days ago, the dollar traded for about 1,060 naira, in some quarters 1,100 naira. Now that's almost 840 naira, shaved off the 1,900 where the dollar peaked in February. It was inching towards 2,000, but it didn't, and then it began a downward spiral. But yet, dealers, producers have blamed high exchange rates for spiral price increase in the market, have not reduced their prices. Why is that? Before we proceed, you're listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This is the recap right here on the number one station that gives you a voice. I have with me in the studio Mr. Peter Anosike, and he's answering questions on the issues that made major headlines during the week. So, Mr. Anosike, what is the reason why, despite the exchange rate, despite the naira trying its best to stabilize, the prices of goods, services, food items, generally, they're not coming down?
Well, they're not coming down, and they will not come down anytime soon. Number one reason, Nigeria is an import-dependent nation. Import duties are still very high. Import duties are still very, very high. Naira is appreciating, but import duties are high. So importers pay very high to bring goods into the country. And in business, it is what it's as you buy, you will sell. So for goods and services that will come down, it should start by customs drastically reducing import duties.
Even with the exchange rate, even when it was higher than it is right now.
What do they import with? They import with the dollars. Understand? Then number two, some people imported when the exchange rate was 191817. They are still selling those products. And you cannot tell them to crash their price because naira is appreciating. Because they imported at a very high cost. So it is those that will go and import tomorrow when the exchange rate is 1,000 naira or 1,060 naira and so on and so forth, that will now sell below what those who imported when it was 1819. But mind you, the import duties is still high.
Okay.
So customs are part of the problem why prices of goods have not come down. Because for you to transport a container from tin can to, let me say, a trade fair or job, you will spend more than 1 million naira on the road. There are customs illegal checking points. There are arboros and so on and so forth. Even when you clear your goods at tin can, customs will be waiting for you at Maituoke to extort you. And they know that these goods have been cleared by the customs in the port. And what does these importers do? When you extort them 100,000 naira, they will put it in the cost of their products. when they pay the Agbero that's on the road, they will put that money in the final. That's to the people that will buy. So that naira is appreciating is not enough to make the prices of goods that to come down, because a lot of things goes into bringing goods into this country.
Are we saying that we should have a different, albeit very reduced, exchange rate for importation? That is, those who want to import, they will have their own fixed exchange rate whereby they cannot exchange for higher than that.
I said import duties are high. Customs should reduce the import duties that importers pay, because we are an import-dependent nation. We are an import-dependent nation. Then government should, customs should take their men out of the road. Where customs should be is at the borders. Idiroko, Seme. Understand me? Then at the port. You're not supposed to see customs in Maitu. You're not supposed to see customs in Oshodi. What are they doing there? Because these goods is either they pass through the wharf, understand, and customs in the wharf must have given them the authority to go, which means every screening has been done. Then why should you clear your goods at tin can? Then before you drive 100 years from the same tin can, customs will stop you and begin to extort you. So these are some of the reasons why these products will not come down. And again, we are consuming, not producing. We are consuming, not producing. And as long as you continue to import and consume, you are postponing the evil day. Mind you, on Friday, naira depreciated. So importers have not really have not developed real confidence in this the appreciation and the depreciation. So it will be risky for you just to snatch your price. Understand me? So for manufacturers, for importers to reduce their prices, this thing that is happening now, the positive rate should be sustained for a long time. Understand me? You cannot just crash your price because of what happened in a week. As I said, naira depreciated just today.
Okay. All right. We realized that we've been having audio issues on YouTube for the past 40 minutes, and we just want to apologize to everyone watching us from YouTube, wherever you're watching us from. We apologize for the audio issues, and thankfully the audio has been restored. We apologize for all the inconveniences. Thank you so much for choosing Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Thank you for staying with us. The conversation continues right here on the recap. All right, so we're talking about why the exchange rate, why even with the exchange rates, the naira trying its best to stabilize against the US dollar, prices of goods remain high even despite the naira appreciation. Let's move forward. You know, the thing is that the Vice President Kashim Shettima has actually spoken about it. He's saying that the naira will continue to appreciate against the US dollar, that President Tinubu knows the game. He's assuring Nigerians that naira will continue to appreciate, saying President Bola Tinubu understands the game. He will ensure that the naira continues to appreciate. He's saying, look, we know what to do. The naira went haywire. Some people were celebrating, but inwardly we're laughing at them because we knew we'll have the leadership to reverse the trend. President Bola Tinubu knows the game. He's bringing a quality of leadership never before seen, like the one he brought as governor of Lagos, trying to lay foundation for massive development in Nigeria. He's basically saying, look, we know what we're doing, and the naira will continue to appreciate against the dollar. Based on precedents, Mr. Sanoski, is this really what's going to happen?
Well, himself as a governor was a colossal failure. Shetima as a governor was zero. So I don't want to talk about him.
But he's the vice president, right? And we can't but talk about him. He's made a statement on what we are discussing.
Nigerians celebrate failures. Understand me? Nobody builds reputation with what he will do in the future. You build reputation with what you have done in the past. If Nigeria is a country of reasonable people, he shouldn't have been that vice president. Understand me? He shouldn't have been, because it's only fools that will vote for him. Well,
his party chose him, and certain Nigerians voted for the party. So that's the discussion for another day. Right now, we're talking about the exchange rate, and the presidency has come out to say, okay, it will continue to appreciate. And that's why I ask you the question, based on the trend you've observed for the past few months from January up until now, is it looking like the naira will continue to appreciate against the dollar, or is reverse the case?
I'm watching.
As is all of the Nigerians, as are all of the Nigerians, rather. Everyone is watching, and we're hoping that the exchange rate will continue to stabilize. You spoke about dealers, producers, importers having to sell to make gain, because many of them bought goods when dollar was really on the high side, when it was about 1,900 naira per dollar. Now, most of these goods, most of the burden of purchase and of making profit would be on the end user, the end buyer, would be on those who are buying in retail, right? From an economic point of view, if they wanted to balance prices based on what the exchange rate is saying now, what is the best way to do it? Is it to import again at the current exchange rate?
Loss. They will run at a loss. Understand me? I cannot buy at 1.9 and begin to sell what those that bought at 1.1 is selling. I'll go out of business. So I'll first of all finish at the price of 1.9. So that's how business is done.
Even if the naira continues to appreciate.
I'm telling you.
Okay then. So what about waiting to see what will happen with the naira? Let's say when the naira was at 1.9, we had importers refuse to import until the exchange rate stabilizes. Would that have been a good thing to do?
You create a vacuum and people will suffer. So you import and sell at the trending price.
Okay, you're listening to the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Ijeoma Innocent. On the analyst table, we have Mr. Peter Anosike, and we've been talking about a range of issues that made the major headlines during the week, from the PDP National Executive Council meeting to the Wike matter, to Umar Damagum being advised to step down as national chairman of the party, to the issue of exchange rate, to the IMF explaining why they advised the Nigerian government to remove subsidy. Well, from there, we're moving into the education sector. So during the week, on Wednesday particularly, there was outrage over a 42 million naira per annum school fees charged by a newly established school in Lekki, Lagos, called the Charterhouse. Now, this is a British independent educational institution. It's to open its first African school in Lekki in September. Now, according to its website, the Charterhouse family of schools is a name that has been at the forefront of British education for more than 400 years. The school wants to start with its first set of students from year 1 to 6. In September this year, it got about 70 hectares of land in Lekki to build the first African version of the school that has been in the UK, is to build its school in Nigeria. But here is the thing, from what we're seeing, it seems that for every year parents who send their children to this school will have to pay 42 million naira as school fees, and of course for other things. A media consultant to the school who spoke on condition of anonymity said that the fee is indeed 42 million naira per year, and that's how it's been for over 400 years. He's saying that this school will boost educational tourism as parents in other African countries will bring their children to the school instead of traveling long distances to the UK. So this school in Lagos is meant to mirror the school in the UK, and it's meant to look like, oh, they brought UK to us in Nigeria. One question for you that's listening to me right now: if you could afford it, would you send your kids to a 42 million naira per year school? And Mr. Noski, I really want to know your thoughts on this, because based on, the way we got our topics, and I'm wondering why this piqued your interest. The school is saying, look, the father of George Washington went to this school, and we're coming with an educational and tourism foundation that you can't get anywhere else. What manner of education is worth 42 million naira per year?
That is absolute hype. There's no substance in that. If you check the top 20 public schools in UK, Charterhouse is not even there. I said top 20. So saying that they have been in the forefront of promoting education is false.
For 400 years.
It's false. I said they are not among the top 20 in the UK. So they just come here to fool the people. They just come here to fool other people. And okay, now, and I'm sure it's going to be very soon, it will become a kind of status symbol.
Say my child attends Charterhouse.
Charterhouse. I'm paying 42 million and other hidden fees.
But we actually have schools in Lagos here and in Nigeria that charge up to 10 million naira, 10, 12, 15 million naira per annum.
So
is it not within the same bracket?
They are no more raising that the bar. They are now the bar. They come to fool the country.
But it's UK in Nigeria. The child will receive UK standard of education. They'll meet expatriates. Isn't that worth 42 million?
What is
they make children of expatriates.
What is the standard in UK? What is the standard?
The standard of
UK?
Education
Yes,
in the UK.
In UK.
That Charterhouse has set over the years.
I said Charterhouse is not among the first 20. The two best universities in the world are Harvard, Stanford, and these two are in the United States. So what are United Kingdom producing that a student in Nigeria, a child in Nigeria will go and pay 42 million? They know that Nigerian politicians are thieves. They get free money. They know that Nigerian civil servants are thieves. They get free money so they can pay. That's why they are telling you that the father of George Washington, and so what? Which school did the father of Nelson Mandela attended? Because Nelson Mandela is greater than George Washington.
You know, they're not just targeting just Nigerians or Nigerian kids, but people from other African countries as well. It's the first Charterhouse school to be established in African soil.
So a child in Ghana will come here and pay 42 million.
If they can't afford it.
This is a marketing strategy. Nigeria has the biggest market in Africa. Understand?
Educational and otherwise.
I said the biggest market. That's where
anything.
That's where the money is. That's where the corruption is. Understand me? You can get free money in Nigeria more than any other country in Africa. So let us go and put it. Those people that are thieves, they will pay. Understand me? Ghana won't accept it. Kenya won't accept it. And these are people who have that BSE, that's a British Standard Education. if they go there, Ghana will chase them away. If they go to Kenya, Kenya will chase them away. They cannot go to South Africa because these are organized economies where it is not very easy to steal. But in Nigeria, it is very, very easy. So they know that Nigerians are thieves. They can pay.
That is an unhealthy and I think the word I'm looking for is an unfair generalization when you say Nigerians are thieves.
That's why they bring it here.
Nigerians are thieves.
Nigerians are thieves.
I'm a thief, you're a thief.
Nigerians are thieves. They know that it is very easy to get free money in Nigeria. There's nowhere in the world that you can get more free money than in this country. Even in UK, even in America. There's nowhere in the world that you can get free money more than Nigeria.
When you say Nigerians are thieves, right? Because there is a school of 42 million naira here. Would an average or a common Nigerian that cannot even afford, there are people who can pay 42,000 naira school fees, right?
They know that Nigerians are getting free money.
You know, when you say Nigerian politicians, you might have people that would agree with you. But when you say, oh, Nigerians, you're talking about the average Nigerian, you're talking about the rich Nigerian, the poor Nigerian, the middle class, which is slowly being eroded.
Nigeria civil servants, Nigeria politicians,
Nigerian citizens,
Nigeria civil servants, Nigeria politicians.
We can't deny them, they're Nigerians. But Nigerian citizens, do I have 42 million naira in my account? Not talk of paying it per annum for school fees.
No, they are not looking for you. That's why they did not come and build it where your street is.
That negates the fact that you said Nigerians are thieves. And that's where I'm going by saying I feel that that's a very wrong assertion because they're calling me a thief. And I've not stolen anything before.
In philosophy, that's what that's what you call the induction. Understand me? If you use the induction, Nigerians are thieves. Okay.
Me, I do not agree that Nigerians are thieves. You talk about philosophy, right? When we now come down to the literary aspects, there's what we call generalization and stereotyping, which means you're stereotyping Nigerians, including yourself, because you're a Nigerian as well. How would you feel if you went out of the country, you are in an international airport, and you say, oh, I'm a Nigerian, and they say, oh, that means you're a thief?
I will say I'm sorry.
Did you steal anything from the accuser?
I will say I'm sorry because I'm a Nigerian.
Why are you apologizing for something that you personally did not do? If you're saying I'm sorry for any experience you may have had with any other Nigerian, that's understandable.
I will tell them I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I will not apologize for what I did not do. I will
apologize because I'm a Nigerian.
I may apologize that you've had a bad experience, but if it wasn't me who gave you that bad experience, I'm sorry you had that experience, but I will not apologize. Apologizing feels like you have taken ownership of the fact that, oh, I offended you.
Jesus died for others. Understand me? So there's nothing wrong with me apologizing for the thief in Nigeria.
You're Peter Luske, you're not Jesus.
No.
Okay, you can apologize for the thief in Nigerians. You can stop. You can even say, okay, politicians are this, civil servants are that. But when it comes to the ordinary Nigerian, we should protect the reputation of the ordinary Nigerian because come on. Okay, you're listening to the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It's 5 minutes before 5 p.m. when the phone lines will be open for you to share your opinions with us. Let's take a recap of the issues that we have spoken about today. And I'd like you to just speak on each of these issues for 1 minute, just 1 minute. Mr. Nuske, first up, but the judge saying we're not interested in, as PDP, we're not interested in firing Wike. Rather, we want to reconcile him with the party. In 1 minute, let's hear your thoughts.
PDP should fire Wike.
And that's the long and short of it.
Sure.
Again, I ask, what about the other four of the G5 governors?
He is their arrowhead.
That doesn't mean they should not take responsibility for what they did. They're not kids, they're not toddlers. They weren't hypnotized into doing what they did.
He has far more money than them. So,
and is that the only case? Should he be punished or persecuted because he's a rich man?
It's a stolen money because he had never run any business since 1999.
Okay, still on the PDP. Resign now. PDP chieftain tells Damagum. Damagum is the acting national chairman of the PDP, and Dr. Farad Agogo, who is the chieftain of the PDP, is saying, look, you need to resign. But the National Executive Council meeting has voted to keep him there till August.
he is doing more harm than good in PDP. Therefore, he should resign.
And that's the long and short of the whole matter for you. All right, moving on to the IMF, giving reasons why they ask Nigerians to remove fuel subsidy. For you, is there any reason good enough for fuel subsidies to be removed? Is the problem the fact that fuel subsidy was removed in its entirety, or the fact that the way it was removed and it wasn't slowly introduced to Nigerians, and we bought fuel at 150 one day and the very next day we're buying it at over 500 naira?
A leader is somebody who thinks about the consequences of his action before taking that action. So Tinubu did not think of the consequences before taking that action. But everywhere in the world, essential commodities are being subsidized. That's why we have government. So government cannot do without subsidizing things like energy.
Okay. Moving on, we also talked about the issue of exchange rate, why the prices of goods remain high, even though the naira has been appreciating against the dollar. And I'm asking again, from an economic standpoint, from economic point of view, you are the development economist here. Why is that the way it is? And will there be an end to this anytime soon?
A lot of factors. Import duties are still high. Import duties are still high. A lot of people imported when the exchange rate was at 1918. People have not really built confidence, trust in this appreciation thing. So this appreciation should be sustained for some time. And
then people will be able to trust that, okay,
that it has come to stay.
This has come to stay, and the naira will no longer be this way. All right, then. And from the exchange rate, we're talking about the issue of 42 million naira per pupil per session. And what about people that have like 3 kids, want to send their kids to this school? 42 million naira every year.
Times 3. And you know that whoever is doing that is a thief.
So you're saying nobody who has made their money legally will send their kids to a school of 42
million at all?
Quality, Mr. Noske. UK standard of education, though. They will meet, people, they will make friends with people who live abroad, children of expatriates, people with money, good money, that even when they go abroad, these kids will be able to interface with their counterparts.
Excuse me. I schooled in Union Primary School in Nsukka High School in Nsukka. Then, but I made distinction in Stanford. Understand me? I made distinction in Stanford. I made distinction in UI. Understand me? So, structures, buildings does not make school.
All right. So there are other institutions, other schools you can go to. They are not that expensive and have quality education.
So it depends on your development.
Okay. You're listening to the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Ijeoma Innocent. It is that time, 5 p.m. on the hour right here, when I get to open the phone line so I can take your calls. And we'll be doing that very, very shortly. Let's just take a short break. And when we return, it will be time for you to share your opinions, your ideas, and your suggestions with us right here on The Recap.
Cashback? You don't hear of real estate cashback? Chai! This one, Nagbeo. This one go guarantee you 30 to 70% return on investment within a very short time. When you invest for land or house from us, and the thing become your property for between 12 to 24 months, we go rebuy them from you. Then pay both capital and even interest where the property don't carry joint body. This na real investment cashback. This one, na time for you to cash out from real estate business for this Obodo Naija. Check out.
If you invest 500,000 to 100 million or above, you will get 30% profit for 12 months. And if na 18 months, you will get 50% profit. And if na 24 months, you will get 70% profit. No be the end, because your investment is very, very safe and secure with us. Yes, as you invest, you dey collect your post-dated check. Sharply.
To get more information, office day for number 32C at Detola Aguda, Surulere, Lagos, or call 0803 879 9883. 8989. Website now www.richlandproperty.com.ng. Richland Property and Homes Limited, your gateway to a richer life.
You have to know the past to understand the present. So, let's bring you up to speed on important moments in the polity that you might have forgotten.
Politics as normal have been suspended today.
Detailed review plus analysis of all the local
Senate moves to recover 6 trillion naira ground rent from property owners. Page 5.
and foreign stories that made the headlines during the week.
President Putin accepts defeat. President Putin keeps on coming back for more.
All of the intrigues,
PSS confirmed interest flow in store interim government.
tension,
The process through which people come into office is far more fundamental, more important than what they do there.
suspense, and political dramas.
This is a shining moment. I commend
The
INEC.
higgy-haggers that took center stage just within the week.
You cannot criticize African countries for being undemocratic.
Will resist interim government.
Join the conversation on The Recap every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. only on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Study the past if you want to define the future.
Welcome back. You're listening to the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Ijeoma Innocent. I'm your host, and of course, I still have Mr. Peter Anoske, developmental economist, acclaimed author, as well as political, social, and national affairs analyst right here in the house. And we have been discussing the issues that made major headlines during the week. It is that time where you can call us up and share your opinions with us right here on the recap. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. Again, it's 0700 903 903 903. On WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338 0817 175 6338. Here's the best part. You can also call us up on WhatsApp, and I will definitely take your call. If you want to call, please keep it polite, keep it simple, keep it short, keep it civil. All right, I know many people don't like to hear this part, but please keep it civil, keep it polite. Just call, tell us your name and where you're calling from, and just quickly give us your contribution to the program, your opinion, your suggestions in a minute or two, so that we can get to hear from others as well. You're my very first caller for the evening. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, I can hear you. What's your name and location, please?
My name is Ifunaya from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Ifunaya. It's a pleasure to hear from you. You're my first caller for the day. I'd like to hear your opinion on any of the issues we've discussed today, please.
I want to talk about the 32 million naira.
Yes. What manner of education is worth 42 million naira a year?
That is too high, and to me, I feel if I'm a parent and I have that kind of money, I prefer sending my child over abroad in UK to study, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And again, the dollar dropping down, I appreciate things. Importers are not bringing out all that. It's not their fault. You understand? Because a lot of them ordered goods when the dollar was high, and most of them have not even gotten the goods. Some of them have gotten it. Some of them, their own is still on the way coming. So you will not expect them to just bring the whole prices down. I think if this dollar of the thing reduces to maybe 1,000 or 900 naira and stay till at least July, August, by that time, by the social grace of God, everything will normalize. People will reduce prices, cost of prices in the market, and importers too. Then goods will come down. So that is my own opinion.
Thank you so much, Ifunaya, for calling all the way from Ikorodu. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. You can also call me up on WhatsApp. It's 0817 175 6338 0817 175 6338 on WhatsApp. Write me a message, leave me a message, or you can give me a WhatsApp call. Anyone is okay. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Turn down the volume on your radio set, okay, and give me a call back. Thank you so much. Remember to turn down the volume on your radio set before you give me a call. Remember to keep it civil, keep it polite, keep it short, and keep it simple. We've actually spoken about a range of issues today, from the PDP issues. Should PDP expel Wike or continue to manage him? What's your thoughts on this? Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hi, what's your name and location, please? Hi, I can hear you. Welcome to the recap.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and location, please?
Dicton Ogundele from Ijebu.
Welcome, Mr. Ogundele. It's great to hear from you.
What I want to talk about is the dollar issue.
Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Dollar, even if it is 1-to-1, it cannot favor the poor. What government has to do, they left it undone. Doing what they ought to have left undone. Primarily from our house, we're supposed to be able to do many things. Are we buying tomato with dollar? Are we buying sugarcane with dollar? So all those things we are doing in the house, which we can produce for ourselves. Let our farmers be able to 100+% go to the farm, feed Nigeria. What we are importing from abroad are many things that we're supposed to produce internally here. The canker worm against our farmers is the others. You, as you are there, you are broadcasting. Yes, you can put up agriculture in your village. You will put somebody there working on it for you. You will be helping to feed Nigerians. If this condition cannot happen, nothing. That is not our business. I mean, that is not our enemy. It is not the thing that can solve our problem. So let us have internally generating ventures like Ajaokuta steel industry. Can't we from there make money, let Americans come and buy? Please, old man, not to talk too much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ogundele, for calling. It's a pleasure to hear from you, really. Thank you so much. We are the voice of the people, and we definitely want your voice to be heard. My name is Ijeoma Innocent. What's your name and your location? Welcome to the recap. Good evening. What's your name and location, please?
This is Okangbelina from Mafuluku.
Okangbelina. Welcome to the recap.
From Mafuluku.
From Mafuluku. Yes. Welcome. In a minute or two, let's hear your opinion on any of the issues we've discussed.
I want to talk about PDP.
Okay, go ahead.
That old man that said that the Wike should remain. I don't know his name.
Chief Bode George said they will not fire Wike. Chief Bode George. Reconcile him.
I think there are spoilers. Both him and Wike, there are spoilers in that PDP. They should remove two of them. During this last presidential election, they were doing anti-party. They worked for APC. Two of them. So the PDP should get rid of two of them. I don't know what he is talking there. Those two people are not supposed to be there again. Please. If PDP people are hearing me, they should remove all these people that worked against them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your call. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. All right, give me a call back. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hey.
Hi. Hi. What's your name and location, please?
This is from State.
Welcome, sir. Let's hear from you.
I agree to you, Mr. Anasuke.
He greets you too.
I appreciate you people. You people are lighting us very good. So, Sister Chioma.
Sir.
From my own point of view, the problem on that now is cost of fuel, number one. Number two, insecurity in Nigeria. There's nothing to make farmers work well with this insecurity. It's impossible. the cost of fuel has cost Nigeria a lot of havoc in Nigeria, like the cost of fuel. For here to east, do you know how much? All this is added to the transport. How much you will save tomato now? How much? Common mango, one mango now is 200 naira in Nigeria. Common mango, orange, 100 naira. Are we buying it with dollar? It's because of insecurity. It's because of cost of. That's all these are going hard. Let government help us. And two, Choma, about something happened at the 7 or 8 years a day because I'm doing transport business. I love for 7 or 8 to Ejibo. All this last man with stores, they just came up yesterday, come and pack all our vehicles yesterday without no information. I thought the government help us. I don't know why. Is it from order from somewhere or just arranging matter? I don't know.
Did they explain to you why they did that?
Nobody. They just didn't allow anybody to talk.
Is the vehicle still in their possession right now?
All the vehicle in the 7 or 8 park where we are loading, they packed everything yesterday to the office.
And it's still there till now?
Yes.
All right. We'll make further investigations. We'll look into the matter. All right. Thank you so much for informing us on it. Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. Call me up and let's talk. This is the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We're talking the issues that made major headlines during the week. What's your name and location? Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Prince Ijeoma Egwuatu. I'm calling from Ijoku.
Welcome, Mr. Prince. It's a pleasure to hear from you. All right, quickly, which of these issues you want to talk about?
I'm talking about the 42 million naira school fees or whatever.
Yeah.
Please, I want to ask, the people that brought that school to Nigeria, do they pass through education minister? Or the people come through the government? Because I believe all these people that is doing this school, the people that brought that school to Nigeria, they know that Nigeria have money. I agree with that brother that is talking there that they know that our politicians, they will carry their children. And the money they will pay for that 42 million naira is Nigerian money. It's not their own money. I believe they are the people that will bring that school from that outside country to Nigeria. So my personal is that that school, President Tinubu, is it aware that that type of school is in Nigeria? Because the situation that we are now, I don't think that this country will survive it too. So that is my own opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903. Call me up. This is the recap right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Ijeoma Innocent. What's your name and what's your location? Call me up. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello there. Hi. All right, give me a call back. All right. It's too noisy where you are, unfortunately. 0700 903 903 903 and WhatsApp is 0817 175 6338. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Hello. All right, give me a call back at 0817 175 6338 on WhatsApp 0817 175 6338. I can see your messages on our WhatsApp platform, and of course your comments on YouTube, but do keep them coming. Thank you so much for joining us. We're live on YouTube. In case you didn't know it, we are live on YouTube. Just type into the search bar VOP 903 FM, VOP 903 FM into your YouTube search bar. You can get to see what's going on in the studios. In case you want to just put a face to the voice, you want to put a face to the names, yes, you can find that on YouTube. Or you just want to see our studio setup, you find no fine. Yep, you can get to see that on YouTube. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, please turn down the volume on your radio set before calling. Are you there? okay, give me a call back. I definitely want to hear from you. Look, we're voice of the people. I'm not just here for you to hear my voice, okay? I also want to hear from you as well. It is very important that I hear from you. We're here to exchange opinions and ideas on the several different issues going on in our country. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, I can hear myself in the background. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
All right, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for doing that. What's your name and location, please?
Yeah, my name is Balogun from Ikoton.
Welcome, Mr. Balogun. Let's hear from you quickly.
I want to talk about the issue of PDP. That your girls say it should be to me, it looks as if your girls doesn't understand Nigeria politics very well. Because in politics, there are some people that have been building the party for long. And Wike has built that party when Atiku was running up and down, doing anti-party from ACN to APC and so on and so forth like that. And then Atiku has not been able to build some people. As Tinubu has built so many people in Nigeria to rally around in time of trouble like that. Then, to my own observation, this Wike that has been doing all these things has built a lot of loyalties around him in PDP, including the northern governor. You can see some recently, most of them are now supporting Wike, that they are behind Wike. That is the problem I saw in that PDP. Like, never will PDP expel Wike. Because if they expel Wike, there is no little thing. What he has done is the same what other people, other governors in other 4 states did. Then, if they expel Wike, Wike will carry all those people. And PDP cannot afford to lose 5 states at this stage. So they need to manage themselves. You can see the handwriting of PDP. Now they set up a reconciliation committee for them to reconcile whoever that is angry among them. They know Atiku is about presidency alone. And he has turned around all the political parties. That is my take. If they are Wike today, PDP is gone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Balogun. Thank you so dearly for your call. You're saying that due to the loyalty that Wike has built within the PDP, and that's why they would not expel him. Mr. Anaske, you want to say something about that?
Wike did not build anything. Wike is the greatest enemy of PDP.
So you're saying he did not build any loyalty for within the party?
Wike is a serial betrayer. Wike is the greatest enemy of PDP.
But if the PDP doesn't see that, who will show them?
He will be shown the way out in due time. Wike will go. Because you don't leave a snake in your house and think that you are safe. Wike is a snake.
Okay.
Understand me? So the worst mistake that PDP will do is to leave Wike in the party. Even if he's to take 1 million away from PDP, let him take them and go.
All right, then. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and location, please? Can you hear me? All right, you seem to be experiencing network glitch right there. Do give me a call back. I'm here to take your calls up until 6 p.m. when we have to go. I can also see your messages on WhatsApp and your comments on YouTube. Do keep them coming. We'll take them all in due time. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Yeah, my name is Mr. Patrick. I'm calling from Vote Ojo.
Welcome, Mr. Patrick. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, Organ Speaker, good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You see, what Mr. Speaker is saying is true talk. He's speaking the truth, what is happening in Nigeria. He's speaking what's happening to our economy. You see, we are just doing as if we are just learning. I don't know the kind of economy we are building up. We're just doing as if we are learning. I'm telling you the truth. You see, where you cannot find the how can a country without farming survive? Are we going to eat dollar? Are we going to depend on the potential of things that we don't even value for our lives? Food is the major thing in every country. That is the energy of a country. That is the energy of the people. When we are not participating, the farmers are not going. Are we going to chop naira? Are we going to chop dollars? You see, we're just building a foundation where that cannot stand. What the meaning of dollar is coming down? What is food, Dunko? What are we talking about in this country? That is the most important thing we have to fight is let there be security. Let there be security. Let the farmers go back to the farm and cultivate. This is time of cultivation. So that this country will survive. I don't know what we're talking about naira. What kind of naira? What kind of dollars? Are we supposed to eat dollar? We are building a foundation that will never survive. That's my own. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. You can also send a message to us on WhatsApp at 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. You can also give me a call on WhatsApp. Okay, I definitely want to hear from you. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Yeah, my name is Mr. Berry. I'm calling you from Agege.
Welcome, Mr. Iberi. Let's hear from you.
Sorry, I didn't want to call before, but because of that man that said that stealing Wike from PDP will make PDP fall or PDP no more, is a lie. It's a lie. I disagree with him. Wike is just one person. It's just one person in that party. They should explain Wike. Let's see if Nigeria, if it's PDP, will not stand. If PDP will not be okay again. Let him go. Let them send him away, and every other person that is like Wike, so that party will have a peace, and every other party will learn from what happened to Wike and the party. So that any other person that wants to do what Wike is doing in that party will not do it. But if they leave Wike, many people will as well do as Wike is doing in that PDP. He's destroying that PDP. How can it be the PDP be in APC? What kind of country are we running? And somebody is coming to tell me that Wike do the PDP. If Wike do this. That's the hypocrisy. That's the kind of people I don't like hearing their voice.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. On WhatsApp, it's 0817 175 6338. You can send a message and you can also give me a call right there on WhatsApp. I definitely want to hear from you. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello, Sister Choma.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
My name is Lizzie from Tulane.
Welcome, Lizzie. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yes, I appreciate you. And good evening, sir.
Good evening.
All right. Please, I just want to contribute to this opinion. Whatever you are saying, I'm hearing it. I don't understand the level that people are saying if they say okay. I said even I called your this thing last week. I told them the best way to do this issue concerning the PDP is that they should stay this man. You come with it. He is not putting any vote into the PDP. If he is now in another party, let me focus that party that he is now from now. They said Wike or the say to say is Wike the one like the second last call before the last call at that call. Is the Wike the owner of PDP or is it the father? So that is the issue, because to build a house, it is easy to destroy it. It's very, very easy. He is there and there. Somebody else, whether they call it Bode, George, or whatever supporting is. So that opinion, people should think very well before they say. They just want to destroy PDP, like Mr. Anasike said. They want to destroy PDP. And if a one man, people remember that he is not the first governor that they have so far in PDP. And it was people that put him there. And the people that were there is not a do or die. They left that position before he entered. Secondly, if it is an issue of maybe people are retiring, they will not say because he is a pillar and because of that or that, they will not retire him. Where some people they retire them by the age of 40 years. And people that are under the age of my own father, my grandfather, they are still on the throne really. For what?
So I supported that they should spare him. That is all. Let them spare him. Let him go there and sit down, because you can't run a place for 8 years or even 4 years they are talking about, and you are not there attending their meeting. Let the people that are there present reform their party, so that it will give other people a chance to do something. We can't continue remaining in one word every day. So thank you. That's my
Thank you so much, Lizzie, for calling. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903. Quite an interesting conversation we're having right here on the recap. To be a part of it, it's 0700 903 903 903. You can call me or send a message on WhatsApp 0817 175 6338. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening, Shoma.
Good evening. What's your name and location, please?
To this will be calling for Bikeja.
Welcome, Obi. Let's hear from you.
Okay, this is 42 million school. Is this employment included after school? And is it with WTO job and United Nations job? Because I want to know. Because
if it were, would it be what it's
arrested and prosecuted? Though. They should be arrested. I'm telling you the truth. They should be arrested.
But why?
Because these people are going to make...
Why? Why should they be arrested and prosecuted?
They are going to make civil servants to steal. They are going to make Nigerians to start stealing.
Would it be their fault if civil servants they chook?
Yeah, because that is our nature. They know now. They can't go to anywhere outside Nigeria now. Not everywhere. Did you see them in Egypt? Did you see them in South Africa? It's in Nigeria. Because they know that corruption is the order of the day. Yeah? And for the increase in goods, my sister, this is the only country where you will see customs everywhere, Benin Road, over Aba, no seaport anywhere. So what are the customs doing on the express road in such a country? Go anywhere in the world, you can never see such a thing. Increase in import duty, increase in what do you call it again, interest rate in the bank. All these things cumulatively becomes a problem to the importers and businessmen, and that's why they will transfer the cost to the final buyer. That's my point. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. To be a part of the conversation, it's 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Hi there. What's your name and location, please? Hello, are you there? All right, give me a call back. I definitely want to hear from you, our voice of the people, and you're the reason we're here, okay? I'm not just here for you to listen to me or listen to the analyst. We also want to hear from you as well. What's your opinion, your suggestions, your ideas, and all the different issues we have discussed today? Call me up. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, what's your name and location? Please turn on the volume on your radio set.
Okay, my name is David.
Welcome, David. Where are you calling me from?
I'm calling from Malta, from the state.
Welcome, David. Let's hear from you quickly.
Actually, I want to talk about this Wiki issue.
Please go ahead.
I think there is no point in leaving Wiki in PDP. How can you be in APC as a minister and you see yourself to be in PDP? It's better they should let him go so that PDP will know how to organize their house back. They should allow him to go. Simple. Thank you. That's a contribution.
Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903. Where you call me, please be like David and go straight to the point. All right? 0700 903 903 903. Call me up. Welcome to the recap. Good evening. I don't pick your call, Lou. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, what's your name and location, please?
Me is Pascal calling from Ago.
Welcome, Pascal. Let's hear from you in a minute or two.
I want to talk about the PDP issue and Wike.
All right, go ahead.
Hello.
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
What I think is the issue with politics in Nigeria and our political parties. There is no ideology behind the parties. They are just there seeking power. There is no idea. There is nothing they stand for. Because the PDP actually stood for anything. They won't even have someone like us back within the fold. Now, this same article left PDP not once, I think twice. Even I don't know. I remember when he joined I think AC and then ACN and then APC. And not only did he leave, the most disparaging remarks made by any member that have left the party. He said all kinds of things about PDP. And when he's returned, he was rewarded with the presidential ticket. So PDP has set a bad precedent. What Wike is doing is not new. Anything Wike is doing is not new. In fact, probably they can even report Wike with their presidential ticket as well. Wike is just taking it to another level. So in whatever is happening in PDP, they cause it among them. They cause it themselves by taking Atiku back and rewarding with the presidential ticket. Someone like Wike has seen that the PDP has no backbone. And besides, he was even the one that was there for them when Atiku left. And now Atiku is back trying to wrestle power with Wike. It's not going to work. It doesn't work like that. It's the party that brings upon themselves. And Wike has a good reason, or he has a precedent for whatever he's doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling 0700 903 903 903 and WhatsApp it's 0817 175 6338. That's the number to call or send a message to be a part of the program. My name is Ijeoma Innocent, and of course I have Mr. Peter Anasike right here in the studios. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Hello?
Hi. Please turn down the volume on your radio set.
Good evening.
What's your name and location, please?
My name is Tinubu. I'm calling from Ijeoma.
Welcome, Chinedu. Let's hear from you quickly.
You see, the matter concerning Wike, people are just looking at it from the beginning. How could it be that Buhari stayed 8 years in government as a Fulani man, and then Atiku want to come back and become president for another 8 years? That was where the problem began. Wike said no, presidency should come to the southeast. And that's what all the political parties were saying. Because Atiku insisted on running, then Wike began to challenge him. If Atiku stepped down, Wike wouldn't have supported APC. Well, okay, but after that, instead of Wike going to support Obi from the southeast, he now went to Tinubu. That's the way it is. So as it is now, Wike has also shown that he has his own interest. Remember that before all this episode, Atiku himself left PDP and went to APC. When he didn't favor him then, he came back. So Wike has also technically left PDP to APC because he has something available for him. After his ministerial position, he will still come back. So there's no point of saying sack Wike, don't support him, sack Wike. Let him stay. That is politics for you. That is about Wike. Now the issue of 42 million school, incidentally, I know I am a school proprietor in this country. I understand school business and school system. It's because in this country, there is consumer protection. In this country, anything can. I can tell you that nobody is going to be forced to bring their children into that school. But if it's a place with the consumer protection practices, government will have to look into this kind of fees for a primary school. One thing people have not been talking about is that this fee we are talking about is primary school. It's not even secondary school. It's not a university. And somebody wants to come and collect 42. They should go ahead. Those who can pay, let them go and pay. There's no big deal about it. That's my opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling right here on the recap. Thank you so much. Mr. Naske, you want to speak on that?
Yeah, no. For the Chester House School, is children between 5 and 8 years. 5 and 8 years. So they have to start from grade 1. Then for what you said, that Wike said that presidential decision should go to the southeast. Wike never said that. It is Wike that forced Uche Secondus out of as the national chairman of the party, so that the North will bring a national chairman so that he can run for the PDP presidential candidate. Then it is him that said that the ticket will be thrown open. It is Wike that went to the PDP committee and said that the ticket should be made open. Because ordinarily, PDP is supposed to have zoned to the southeast. So it is Wike that truncated it. And for the person that is saying that Wike should remain in PDP, doing what? Sabotaging PDP. So PDP is dead as long as Wike is there.
And is it just him, or he's the main issue right now?
He's the snake there.
0700 903 903 903. You're listening to the Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and this is the recap. Let's hear from you. We'll take 2 more calls, and then that will be it for today, so we can take messages and comments on YouTube. Welcome to the recap. Good evening.
Yeah, it's been another from you.
Welcome, Nemeka. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah, Nemeka.
First of all, I throw my weight support to the man that called that you have to prove this school. They have to watch in that school because that thing is a scam. Look at the kind of amount we are calling. Are you coming to teach a person the wisdom of Jesus Christ or what? Are you coming to teach people wisdom of Jesus Christ? That's why you are collecting such amount at the school field. No wonder. What Ghana Zike said, only Nigeria can come and build that kind of scam school. Only in Nigeria. No country will give you access to give their people that kind of fee. Because they are selling money here. There's nobody they prove anybody. That's why they come and put this so that when they see, they will go and put their children there. That one apart. What they call it, the vice that is praising his master. I tell them before, say, whoever in this world have ever said Mama soup no sweet. You are celebrating mediocre. You are as a vice, you are one of the head of mediocre in this world. You people come and meet dollars, 750 naira for Buhari regime. You carry them to 1,900, and you are bringing it to 1,002. You are clapping, telling us to come and celebrate party with you. Maybe you and your mediocre followers will celebrate that party. People with their right thinking will not support you people with this kind of Fuji economic plan system. Yeah? All the time they are deceiving themselves. They say they deceive Nigeria. Where in this world 1 plus 1 become 11? 1 plus 1 is it not 2? They all the time they are telling us 1 plus 1 is 11. Even if I don't go through self, I don't have to calculate my money. Then they respect themselves, so we are getting fed up with this kind of issue. No, and you are coming and telling people that you arrest them if they don't sell cruise ship. So if I buy dollar 1,900, then I go import, then you bring dollar to 1 to you are expecting me to sell my goods to 1,200 naira profit, a margin price or what? Let them not celebrate this. This was showing that they are all failures. You can't come and tell me to celebrate this kind of failure with you. I should clap for you because you bring dollar 1,200 just under 5 days or 1 week. While they carry the dollar from 7 months now or 9 months. Carry and call this year. Let them go back to work. Let them go back to work.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Nemeka, for calling all the way from Ejigbo. I think we have space for just 1 more call, and then we'll call it today right here in the recap. Who will be the lucky caller? Someone has been trying to call me on WhatsApp, but for some reason the call never comes in. It keeps coming in like a flash or something. If that is you, keep trying. I would also keep trying to take your call. For some reason your call keeps coming in as a flash, so keep trying. I definitely want to hear from you. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM, the #1 station that gives you a voice. We definitely want to hear from you. You're listening to the recap. This is a program where we talk about issues that made the major headlines during the week, and we've talked about a plethora of issues from the PDP and Wike issue. Should you be expelled? Should you be left within the PDP? What's your thought? Welcome to the recap. Good evening. You've been trying to call me. Thank you for staying on.
I've been trying to call, but the network is so bad.
Yeah, I noticed it keeps coming in as a flash. Welcome to the recap. Let's hear from you.
Yes, well done. Good afternoon, Mr. Anosike.
Thank you so much.
And Esther.
My name is Ijeoma.
My own opinion here is that PDP is already dead. Because the reason why I said PDP is already dead is because the problem of this country started from PDP.
How?
Right from the time, yes, when democracy started. If they were able to solve all the problem that came in when they were ruling, we wouldn't have been where we are today. Okay, now, all these people, if you look at all the meeting that PDP is doing now, they just want to grab power. And they are not, all the meeting, and you will not see anybody bringing any idea on how they will be able to solve the problem of this country. They are only talking about Atiku, Wike, and every one of them. They are talking about how to grab power and continue from where they stopped. And this APC now is still playing the same game with the Nigerian people, and we are suffering. So I would say that our politicians should change their way of doing politics so that our country will get better. Because all these things, all this propaganda and all kinds of noise deceiving the people, it cannot work. And that is why our economy is getting worse and worse every day. Thank you. That is what I want to contribute.
Thank you so much. You are my final caller for the day. Welcome to the recap. Hello, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, okay, I'm here already.
I think you need to reduce the volume of your radio set, or I think you're watching us from YouTube. Please reduce the volume.
Okay.
This is better. What's your name and location, please?
This is Renati from Spain.
Welcome to the program. Let's hear from you quickly. Yes,
okay.
I can hear you.
Yes, Mr. Anosike, please, good evening, sir.
Thank you so much.
Can you hear me? Okay, I appreciate you. You good with the good work you are doing. Please, Choma, is it Choma?
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, I appreciate the good work you are doing too.
Thank you.
The only thing I would just say is you people should stop stressing the analysts, the people that analyze the news. People stress them a lot.
How do we stress them?
Like this time, like you know that Mr. Anosike, that was the last time when you bring us issue like people like Arababi, this guy from London that is this thing, Wike. This thing just somebody just get annoyed because of that. For all these things that happen in Nigeria, you bring the news of this. What's that guy's name? This Babuala, all these things, all these people. These are not important. These people are not important. Just looking for appointments. Stop stressing people with this kind of news.
Sorry,
I want to add is to Wike, like Mr. Anosike has said it before. Atiku, even it was Atiku that I was in support of Southeast. This thing going to people should try and get the news on time. I will get the news right before they come on the air. Come on air. Atiku was in support when Wike insisted. Atiku said that okay, they agreed to put it open for everyone to contest. Atiku was in support, so people should get the news right before anything. In terms in dollar of 18, do you remember 2015? Buhari did not contest. Buhari did not say anything. Buhari did not promise anybody. Dollar then was 120. It was Tinubu that said that. Campaigning that dollar will go to 100 once they vote Buhari in. Now from that 100, look at 700. Now 700 is to 2,000 something during Buhari this thing. The only to come back to 100, Nigeria should wake up. Nigeria should make up and so that country will be better. They should ask questions and know at least give people a short time. Never call again. So thank you for everything. I will not say anything for now. I'm angry. Let's see next week. Take care.
Thank you so much. Okay, that's the much call we can take for today. That's the much we can take on calls for today. Right now, we're moving on to YouTube so we can take your comments on YouTube. Okay. Kene Ezike says the CBN and the Minister of Finance and Economy should sit together to make sure policies reduce goods prices. Mazi Prince says, how can prices go down when import duty is still high? They claim to have the border closed, but their cronies still smuggle rice in. CBN governor claims he's not defending Naira with reserve, but we know he's not telling the truth. The reserve is depleted and they are forcing BDCs to sell at losses. Very soon, it will backfire. No investor will be coming to invest in Nigeria as there's a lot of corruption and uncertainty. Emperor Wike's fall to grass is very near. White Lion says Nigerian people get sense, so all Nigerian politicians get second passport. If una no get sense, now una no. The vex so. Okay, moving on to WhatsApp. Good evening, VOP crew. As far as I'm concerned, APC is using Wike and his group to destroy PDP and Labour Party. Okay, help me ask APC government, how much was $1 to Naira in 2014 before they took over? Please, I disagree with Mr. Nosike. Mr. Obi is a politician, but he's not a thief, but a very decent man and the people's president, mayor from Ikotoigwe. Okay, evening, Chairman, Mr. Nosike. I want Mr. Nosike to use 1 to 2 minutes to talk about the late veteran journalist, Rotimi Sankare. He was an enigma, brilliant mind, a role model, focus-driven, human rights, and a data analyst. He wasn't doing eye service. Thank you so much. I just know that's from Dayo from Fagba. Hello. Good evening. If PDP wants to succeed, let them sack Wike and it will become irrelevant in APC. They valued him because he's still in PDP. Atiku should step down for another presidential candidate to emerge. And tell your analysts that I am not a thief. We Africans should stop talking down on ourselves. Even the Europeans are still stealing from Africans for over 500 years now. As for inflation, we don't have politicians that nurture economy to grow. We have greedy people that gather fast money by any means and loot from Chief Udo. Good afternoon, Chairman, Mr. Noske. The issue of exchange rate is laughable because custom import duty is fixed for 1,600 naira for $1 for some months and was just readjusted to 1,140 naira early this week. So, how do we expect imported good price when the exchange rate is not stable? Our local consumables such as gari, tomatoes, beans, onions, and other edibles is not only caused by the fuel price but by the agberos and normally stop every lorry or truck with goods coming inside Lagos to offload and demanding monies from them before they are allowed to move around Lagos. That is the muster that was encouraged in Lagos State, and today it has grown into an organized ministry. St. Francis from Agor Palace Way, Okota. Mr. Anoske wants to finish me with laughter. Oh, of course, who would attend a school of for 2 million naira per year if the child of such a person is not a corrupt politician, thief? Okay, they know Nigerians love frivolities and show off. Such school will be more of bragging rights more than a place of learning. Talking about going there to learn, what would they be teaching? That I can't go to a more calm and sane country like Sweden, Switzerland, or Germany, where I wouldn't even spend up to 40 million throughout my sessions. As for the naira rising against the dollar, it's just temporary. It's not sustainable as the country is not doing anything productive to give the naira its visible strength. How long before it crashes again? How bad would it crash when they remove the toothpick that's acting like a pillar in the currency stabilization building? Okay. Thank you, but you didn't tell me your name. You didn't put your name and your location. Thank you either ways. Good evening, Mr. Noske and Chioma. Dollar nosedives while price of goods keeps skyrocketing. Diesel price has dropped off by Dangote's refinery. It's highly expected of the government bodies to set the pace for other private firms to follow suit and not the other way around. Nevertheless, let NNPC, NCS, Discourse, etc. immediately follow suit. Meanwhile, I hereby want to use this platform to report these companies: NNPC hike in fuel price, NCS hike in import duty charges, Discourse hikes in electricity tariff and meter to the FCCPC. Chisco from Ijegun Ijagemo Jagajaga Road. Choma, you can see why people that are not even PDP members are so eager for Wike to be suspended because it doesn't support their own candidate. Your guest said APC was behind the LP crisis and their leader Obi can't resolve common party issue. What do you think would have happened to Nigeria with big problems and challenge if Obi won the last election? Thank God Nigeria escaped the tragedy that would have befell them. My opinion, no insult, I beg. Olu from Badagry. Okay. There is no name on this, but I believe this is Ola Adewale writing us from the diaspora. He says, does Nigeria have a vision really? Are the leaders aligned to the citizens of Nigeria? So, would you like to answer that question? Just before you do that, I have one more message. Evening, Chairman, Mr. Noske, my journalist of the year. How will inflation come down from wrong economic policy to high custom wage to insecurities in the country? Farmers are kidnapped and paid ransom. Their produce, no export, fuel and diesel is too high. No good road. Agro is still collecting money on the road, intimidating people. The economy is not good for investors. When you build your government on lies, eye service and propaganda and hypocrisy, the result is what we have now. Dio from Fagba. All right, Mr. Noske, let's get your concluding thoughts on each of the issues that we have discussed today.
Well, for me, on the 42 million naira school, it is only the corrupt civil servants and the politicians that can afford it. And the only reason they come to Nigeria is that they know that Nigeria is a corrupt country where it is easy to get free money. They cannot go to any other country in Africa and build such a school. Then on why the prices of food is not coming down, they should know that the transport of energy is still high, electricity. Transportation is still high. So somebody talked about people producing sugar cane and selling at a high cost. They transport it with the cost of transportation is high. Understand? Cost of electricity is high. So these things will not allow the prices of food that to come down. Import duties are high. Then for those trying to reconcile Wike and PDP, Wike is a rattlesnake. He cannot be in PDP unless they want to kill PDP.
Okay, then that is the much we can take on today's episode of The Recap. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ijeoma Innocent. I've been your host. Let's do this again next Saturday, God willing. To everyone who's joined us on YouTube, via our WhatsApp platforms, to everyone who's called in and sent messages, I really appreciate you. You are the MVP. You're the real one, and I really cannot appreciate you enough for always joining us right here on The Recap every Saturday. We'll be back on your airwaves in a week's time. In the meantime, you can find me on social media platforms at _the Radio Girl, at _the Radio Girl. You can also find me Sanosuke on social media platforms at Peter Anosike77. On Instagram is at Peter Anosike77. Again, that's Peter Anosike77. Share your thoughts, and he definitely wants to interface with you. Till I come your way again next time, remember to always do the best that you can to make Nigeria better in your own little way. Thank you and have a good evening. God bless Nigeria.